Okay, my name is Blaise Broder, Northeast Racing Media. I'm alongside with Robert Baggett, although I'm in Cape Cod, Massachusetts. I couldn't make it down to Connecticut this weekend due to some surgical issues. So in the meantime, we're with Gary Spinato in Berlin, Connecticut with Brenta Race Cars. And before we get started, I'd just like to thank a couple of our great sponsors, Glastonbury Cleaning Service out of Glastonbury, Connecticut, Ed Baggett and family. Anything you need done, Glastonbury Cleaning Service is there for you. Rent a race car, of course, Gary Spinato and Company, if you will, in Berlin, Connecticut. And Nick's Auto Service, Nick Tapacota, nothing he can't do down in North Branford, Connecticut. Special thanks to those guys. Thank you. In the meantime, we're still, although we're going viral here, if you will, via phone, we're with Gary Spinato now, in fact, out of Berlin, Connecticut, with Rent a Race Cars, and we're all chomping at the bit, Gary. We're waiting to go racing, ain't we?
Hey, how we doing?
Good. How's everything going?
We're doing good here. Like you said, we're chomping at the bit to go racing. Cars are pretty much ready to go. Like I said, we're going to have 4 rental cars, and we're going to have our 94 car, our season renter, Chris Danielchek. Paulie will be in his late model. And we may have a surprise coming, at the end of the year for Stafford too. So we'll see.
Well, that'd be great. You've got quite a few cars that you're ready to campaign for 2020. You went from, 3 last year, 4 in 18, or 19, if you will, and now you got a half a dozen of them.
Last year we started with 3, ended up with 2, and then now we're back up to 4.
Wow, good for you. All right, and you got some great drivers coming on board with you. Andy Crane being one of them, who coincidentally is the marketing director for Bethel Speedway out of Bethel, New York, quarter-mile asphalt track. And so tell us a little bit about that. He's going to be in the late model sportsman.
No, the street stock. He'll be driving the number 66. He has 4 dates. Right now, it might change because everything that's going on. But as of right now, he's scheduled for 4 races this year with us. He has raced with us in the past. He's had some good finishes. He's had a 6th, a 7th in the Spring Sizzler 4 finals. And he's a good driver. He represents us very well. He runs nice and clean.
Cool. And I'm sure you've got some sponsors, Gary, besides yourself, of course, that you might want to thank to put them out there. I know everybody's a big help.
Yeah.
In the off-season, the people that stick with us.
Yeah, we have we have Angry Tree Guy. We have Connecticut Ready Mix. We have Pro Coat Paint. We have Pub 67, who helps us out a lot. We have Sean Crashane, who helps us out a lot. Trying to think what else we have. Cars 8 letters, it makes it a little rough. Oh, that's right. Vidane TV is going to come on. The guys that run all the iRacing for us, and so they'll be on one of the cars. Obviously, RAR chassis. Paulie builds phenomenal cars for this program. We can't do what we do without Paulie and his guys too. They build phenomenal pieces. And for other competitors too. Paulie pretty much lives here.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I saw Paulie down there last time Robert and I were there.
Yep.
But, well, good. Well, that's great. So let's hope we get racing. And how about your thoughts? Give me your thoughts, Gary, on how about the Cup Series? We're starting at Darlington tomorrow for the first race after 10 weeks of being idle. What's your thoughts on that? I know you're chomping at the bit. We all are. We're all guys who are racing thing.
People are going to smack me for this. I'm not a huge Cup racing fan.
So when does the mod tour start?
I'll probably watch tomorrow because there's nothing else on TV. But
right on a Sunday.
I'm a local track guy, diehard through and through. I've never been a huge Cup fan in the last 10 years. Most of my guys I've loved over the years have retired. So I was a huge Terry Labonte fan growing up, a huge Bill Elliott fan. So I tried watching when Chase came back. It's just not my thing anymore. So.
Yeah. Well, at least we've got some action, some sports going on.
Yeah. So
especially racing. So it's going to be a great Sunday and a Tuesday night. In fact, the Xfinity Series will be on Fox Sports 1. So it'll be a great week coming up. Finally, we get back rolling again.
Yep.
But in the meantime, well, listen, thank you for talking with us. I'm glad Robert was able to make it down to your shop, rent a race car, ladies and gentlemen, Berlin, Connecticut. It's great to have you, Gary Spinato. And if anybody feels like they want to go racing and feels like they've got it, give Gary Spinato at Rent a Race Car a call in Berlin, Connecticut. And he'll be glad to set you up with something, I'm sure. Or give you a date of some sort.
Well, I'll just let everybody know, as of right now, we're sort of holding off on scheduling any more dates till we get an exact date when we're going to start again. Just because of scheduling, I don't want it to become a complete nightmare for us. So, as of right now, only the people who have reserved dates to this point, until we get a concrete start date, then we'll go from there. So. Okay.
Good. Yeah. So those people that have dedicated themselves to you are going to be racing, and you go from there.
Yep.
Okay. Once again, we're still at the shop over at Bethel Race Car in Berlin, Connecticut, with Gary Spinato and company, and right now we're here with Andy Crane, who is the marketing director for Bethel Speedway out of Bethel, New York, quarter-mile asphalt track. He's got an exciting schedule. If God forbids we let anybody go racing this year. In the meantime, he'll be driving a few races. And Andy, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you guys so much for having me. It's an honor to be on the show. Watch it all the time.
Yeah, well, it's nice having you, man. It's good to talk to somebody new, and I'm going to ask you a few questions, give us some thoughts on your stuff. All right, so what the plans for Bethel Speedway in Bethel, New York, quarter-mile asphalt track, how's the schedule looking, and how's the hopes of going racing this year? I know New York is opening, obviously, little by little prior to Connecticut, Massachusetts, only in some areas of New York, and of course you're upstate. So what's the scoop?
Well, to start off 2020, we had an amazing schedule on tap. We have some marquee events that we were going to bring to the Bethel Motor Speedway for this year, and of course, the stopping of the world happened, and we're just kind of waiting like everybody else. The hopes are high. We're hoping we're going to go racing. We're going to go racing pretty soon. I think we're hopeful that we're on the other side of this mountain right now, that all tracks all over the place are going to start going. We got NASCAR coming up on Sunday, and we're hopeful. We'll say that. But as our downtime, our great general manager George Van Ardsdale up at the Bethel Motor Speedway has been doing a lot of track improvements. We have a new retaining wall on the front stretch that just went in. Some new lighting just went in. So we're making the best of this unwanted downtime to make our little racetrack as good as it can get. And listen, I'm waiting to go racing all over the place for myself. I had such a busy schedule planned, including being back at Stafford Motor Speedway and being with Gary and the Rent a Race Car guys. And here we are just waiting, Blaise, just hoping to go sometime soon.
Yeah, well, that's what we're all hoping on, and I'm sure you're chomping at the bit on both ends, dude. I mean, you're getting ready to go racing physically, and then you're getting ready to get that track of yours started too as well.
Yeah, that's the plan. I mean, for 2020, I had the great fortune of teaming up with Joe Simasini to run a NASCAR Sportsman Modified up at Bethel. And then, of course, I always say it's coming back home to Stafford Motor Speedway, where I kind of cut my teeth as an announcer a long time ago. And I love, Jack Sr. always called it the Palace. And I always say I love coming back to the Palace to race. And, the Rent a Race Car guys, I got such a great history. And we've had some great runs. And Gary and Paulie's done such a great job this offseason putting these race cars together and so many great improvements to them that I know we were going to be really competitive out of the box, and we're just waiting for the box to get open, man. Just somebody open the box and let us out and let us go race.
That's it, man. Well, it's good to have you on the show with Northeast Racing Media and Robert Baggett and myself. Geez, what a pleasure to talk to you. I'm glad I was able to talk to you and fill us in on what's going on elsewhere in the country, other than Connecticut and we're hoping New Hampshire's right behind you guys. So we'll see what happens. Something's got to get going here.
Man, I would hope so. Like I said, we're encouraged that the Cup Series is getting going and the Xfinity Series, because we're starting to see a light at the end of the tunnel, and we're starting to hope that that light is not a train coming at us either. So seeing that that racing is starting to happen, at least real racing, not this iRacing stuff, is actually happening, is somewhat encouraging. So we're hopeful, and I think Darlington's going to put on a great show to get everybody amped up for the weekly racing, and hopefully I know there's rumblings that the Tour is starting to put their schedule together and get the modifieds going again, and I think better days are coming. At least that's what we're hopeful for, especially for us at the Bethel Motor Speedway, and we all get back racing again here real soon.
Well, sounds good. It's a pleasure to talk to you again, and great having you on with us today. Listen, when you head back to New York, give all those beautiful people up there, give them our best, and hopefully we'll be able to see you.
I hope so. Always the invite is open to come to the Bethel Motor Speedway. As all of your viewers, please come out, check us out, www.bethelmotorspeedway.com. And real quick, I got to do my own little self-promotion. I have some great sponsors helping me race this year. Aspire Financial has come on board. They're staying on with me, and TLC Logistics Support, who just sent me money, believe it or not, in all this craziness. Can't thank Tim and Lisa enough for staying with us, and Joe Simacini and Gary and everybody that's crazy enough to let me get in their race car this year, and we're real excited for it. And my job is I'm a PGA golf professional, and we're waiting for that to get going and get rolling, and head coach at the Mount St. Mary College with the men's team. We're hoping that gets going soon. So like I said, brighter days are coming, faster laps are coming, hopefully sooner than later.
Very good. And Andy, nice talking to you, dude. And listen, the invite goes to you the same. Anytime you want to come down to the new London Waterford Speed Bowl, give me a heads up, dude. Your invite's always welcome.
Can't wait. Can't wait to get down there.
Yes, sir. All right, great talking to you.
You too. Thank you so much for having me.
We'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good.
Okay, Andy. Thanks for being with us.
No problem.
Okay.